Welcome back to the AJV channel. In today's video we've got Genesis Valtryek up against Legend Cyber Pegasus. Everything's stock besides this tip, but it is just a different color, so it shouldn't affect the performance. Let's just get into it. 5 different stadiums, first to 5 points. And we're starting in the Pro Series Stadium if it wants to, what's the name? Focus, which it did. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, we've got Pegasus. We've got Genesis. Pegasus up against Genesis. Now I do want to add that it is first to 5 points, and if you win a stadium, you get a stadium point, and it's first to 3 stadium points wins the video. 1 point to Pegasus to start it off. Let's continue. We got Pegasus. We got Genesis. So yeah, Pegasus is off to a pretty good start here. 1 point for Pegasus. And let's just see what Genesis can do here up against Pegasus. And 2-0 right there. Pegasus doing pretty damn good. 2-0. Genesis not in the best spot here. But Pegasus doing pretty good against Genesis. Reboot kicks in. But Pegasus, man, he does not look phased at all by Genesis and takes another spin finish. 3-0. Let's continue once again. Genesis trying to avoid some hits from Pegasus. Pegasus just going around in the same pattern there, but pretty effective here. Ooh, big speed up there, nearly knocked out Pegasus. Nearly got his first point, did Genesis Valtryek. But he's slowing down too much. That metal on plastic contact just helping that 4-0. Pretty important for Pegasus to get that 4-0, because he's just 1 point away from taking his first stadium point in this matchup. Alright, speed up there. And a spin finish, 1 stadium point to Legend Cyber Pegasus. Alright, we've got the Surge Stadium now. This should be pretty interesting. Same color basically as the other stadium, I do believe. Just the Pro Series Stadium that we were just in has a little bit of a darker shade to it, maybe because it's newer. Yeah, let's just see who's taking this first point here. Genesis with the reboot. Alright, Valtryek seeming to be able to compete in the hit department when it comes to reboot activating, but the weight, maybe it's not even the weight, maybe it's just the fact that it's just more compact and round, Pegasus is, compared to Genesis, and Genesis is suffering from that. That could be it right there. Reboot activates, pushed back from Pegasus. Is Pegasus going to get that second point? Yes, he does, in a pretty convincing fashion. Onto the 3rd round of the second stadium right there. Full Pegasus up against Genesis. VALT up against GINGKA. Reboot activates again. Little speed up there. And 3-0. It's not looking good for Valtryek in today's battle at all. Big scrape, and what a scrape to get the 4th point for Pegasus. Let's keep it going here. Pegasus, Genesis. Pegasus and Genesis here. Pegasus circling like a shark. I think there's only one way for VALT to get out, and that's with that reboot. Yes, he does. He gets out with that reboot. 4-0 though. And boom, it's 5-0 on to our 3rd stadium, 2nd Bay stadium point to Pegasus, which means he just needs 1 more stadium point to take the win. Alright, we've got the quad Beyblade Burst Quad Drive Stadium now. We've got Pegasus, we've got Valtryek in the quad drive stadium. Oh, and a burst that started off 1 point to Pegasus. Burst only 1 point because obviously the metal fiber bay cannot burst. Let's continue. Pegasus, Vault with Genesis Valtryek. In the center, Genesis goes. Pegasus circling like a shark here in the second round of the Quad Drive Stadium. Boom, gets pushed back 2-0. Legend Cyber Pegasus. Boom. Pegasus up against Genesis Valtryek. Yeah, Pegasus just circling like a shark here. And the hits seem to push back Pegasus, but they just don't seem to hurt the stamina of Pegasus. And a burst right there, 3-0. Okay, let's go to the fourth round now. Pegasus up against Genesis. Oh, Genesis with a couple little hits there. Let's see how much he can push back Pegasus. Oh, he did push him back a fair bit there. But it looks like, like I said, it looks like Pegasus is just taking the better of those hits. 4-0. As you can see right there. And let's move on to that final round of the third stadium now. Vault does have to win this one, because if he doesn't, Pegasus does take this stadium win. Which means he'll have 3 stadium wins, and there will be no way for Valtryek to come back in this matchup. And boom, 5 points, third stadium win, which means Valtryek cannot continue, but we're still going to do the 2 stadiums anyway, so let's get into the 2 stadiums. Okay, let's continue. Vertical drop main stadium right here. Genesis started off pretty hot with that hit there, but it just looks like no matter what Genesis does, those hits do not affect Pegasus, not nearly as much as they affect Genesis Valtryek. As you can see, Genesis already slowing down. 1 point to Cyber Pegasus. Cyber Pegasus. Genesis. Vault up against Pegasus. Cyber up against Genesis. And Vault up against GINGKA. Little hits here. Reboot activates. But I feel like it's going to be 2-0 here. I feel like it's just a lose-lose no matter what Genesis can do. 2-0. Oh, double knockout. That's pretty interesting there. I did not expect Valtryek to be able to double knockout Pegasus. That's the closest that Vault has gotten to a point against Pegasus in today's battle. Oh, big double hit there once again. 3-0, baby. It looks like it's going to be 3-0. It's 3-0. Just like that. 3-0. Pegasus. Valtryek. Boom. Double hits. This is a good stadium choice by the looks of it. For the hits. Boom. 4-0. Right there. Alright, let's continue once again. Pegasus up against Valtryek. 4-0. Speaking of 4-0, if he gets this stadium win here, Pegasus, it will be 4-0 stadium wins. But let's just see if he can do it though. Yes, he can. 4 stadium wins for Pegasus. Can he get that 5th and final one? Let's find out. Let's go to the Interstellar Drop Base Stadium. Alright, final stadium. Interstellar Drop Base Stadium. Let's get into it. So we got Pegasus there getting caught a tiny bit there. And Genesis lands on top, but backfires miserably. And I'm having a real tough time talking, just because my nose absolutely hates me. Like it despises me, my nose does. I think I might have one of the worst noses in history when it comes to sinuses. It's just terrible, really bad. It's shit. It is shit. My nose is shit. Just like this lamp that I use. It's pretty garbage. But hey, it's the only thing I can get. So yeah, I'll take it. It's better than nothing. Alright. Pegasus 2 points. I get really cranky when it comes down to this because it's just so aggravating. Like, it won't stop running like a tap. It legit runs like a tap. You have to put a tissue up your nose or a hanky up your nose. It's just so aggravating. Anyway. Little hits, nothing too special there. I think it's 3-0, I really do. Pegasus has just outplayed Genesis Valtryek this entire matchup here. And it is 3-0, which means just 2 more points away from Pegasus getting that perfect score in everything. Boom, 4-0. There was contact. If he actually wants to be grabbed like that, boom. Alright, let's move on to that final round because Pegasus hasn't lost a single round to Genesis, which means there's a very high chance this is the final round of today's battle. If you enjoyed today's battle, please subscribe. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Also hit the bell as well, so you can be notified whenever we upload more Beyblade content. Also hit the like button. Can we get 8 likes in today's battle? And that's it. If you made it this far, comment Genesis in the comments below, okay? Until next time, see you next one. Have a nice day. Adios.